Welcome back, everyone, to another round of Gore Made breaks. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take a second to do so. Check out that Patreon page and climb aboard for one of the funnest rides you're gonna find all week. Now, tonight we are doing something real special. We are trying out a completely different style of break. We are going vintage here on Gore Made. And before we get started, I got to give a very special thanks to the following Patreon members. We got Terry Ducote with past and present cards, Barry K with cards for days, Justin Moeller, Tommy White, Relic Nation, Mitch Smith. We also got John D, Andrew Dorsey, Michael P with bass and ball cards, Tom Edwards, James Palmer, Darren C with comfort cards, Paul Curry, Dwight with Clark Sports Cards, and Jonathan H with Autistic Family Collectibles. And you might notice something different. You might notice that tonight's video is brought to you in part by Jonathan H over at Autistic Family Collectibles. This is kind of a new thing, and I will tell you what's going on. Obviously, the struggle of YouTube and putting content, and especially a business like this with shipping and costs involved and things like that, all that wonderful stuff costs money. And I've had a number of people express an interest in either donating or super chats, things like that. And I didn't really have an avenue for it, and I didn't feel right accepting money for nothing. And so Jonathan H actually bought, think of it like a video long super chat that never goes away. So this might be something new to try. I'll be featuring Jonathan H's logo throughout the entire video. Never goes away. Awesome way to represent the channel. Another thing is that Jonathan H has begun recently putting videos up more regularly, and in an effort to promote his channel, he didn't feel right constantly jumping in the streams and promoting his own channel. I know that some of us have done that on Jab's channel. I know I used to do that, but I would also do it as part of a super chat. So I kind of felt like, well, it's my dime. I'm going to say what I want. So kind of an advertising tool, and he didn't feel right just kind of blatantly promoting his own channel without some sort of go both ways type of a deal. So that is the deal. That is what's going on. Don't be thrown off. You're on the right channel, and it's going to be a fun night, guys. So I've got something first just to say. This break sold out incredibly fast. So fast that there were quite a few people who didn't make it in. And this is the first time that that's ever happened on the channel. Normally we kind of go down to the wire in the opposite direction, can't get things filled. But you guys were quick on the trigger here to get aboard on this 84 style break, doing it Gore Made style. And well, Michael, you shouldn't have to be sorry. As a matter of fact, I'm the one that should be sorry. And what's going to wind up happening, Michael, is not that people shouldn't be able to buy what they want. It's that me, the content provider, should provide enough product to allow everyone to get in. Obviously, that's not always going to be the case. But really, Michael, what's going on is when I start to see stuff sell out this quickly, it just tells me I need to have more of it on hand to let everybody get a chance. Anyway, what wound up happening was it sold out real fast, and a lot of guys who have been supporters for a long time, like ever since the beginning, didn't make a spot. And I was so moved, I guess is kind of the best word I can think of, by how many people were willing to, let's be honest, they were willing to give up their shot at getting kind of a dream card in order to let another person in. And I was just like, man, that's that's so fitting of the people in this community to do something like that, that I decided to throw in a little extra surprise. Is I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but let's just say there's gonna be a few twists in this break, and that's just kind of the tone I'd like to set, because the next one that I have in mind for the channel is a big one, the biggest one you've probably ever seen on any other channel, and I'm gonna do it here, and I'm gonna do it for less than half the price, with probably 4 or 5 times the amount of goodies. And unlike what you guys saw on that other break, where they got completely skunked and got nothing but a lot of sheet C, I'm guaranteeing hits, guaranteeing. And you're gonna, it's just, you guys are making this stuff possible, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the next one is gonna be a total surprise, and I think you're gonna love it. I've already started working on it, and I'm not gonna unveil it until I have everything in place. And I think you guys will be surprised. And if you haven't guessed by now, I'm talking about breaking 1979 tops. It's going to be limited. It's going to be about the same amount of packs as we have tonight. Same sort of system for getting the packs, but you're not going to believe what's going to be in there. Okay? I'm just telling you right now, you're just wait and see. And did anybody in here buy into that 1979 tops break? I'm just kind of curious if anybody bought in. I'm going to take that as a no. I think it was sold as like one pack. Yeah, Cena, that's kind of the question that I'm getting at. I want to, if I had to guess, Cena, I think it was about $80 a pack. Dwight, do you remember? I mean, that's steep. That's pretty expensive. And then you guys saw, who said that? It's brutal to watch. Yeah, Mitch. So you saw it. That was nothing I ever want to experience on here. All right. Well, Joseph, I hope you can kind of communicate. Yeah, it was up there, man. And then to get completely skunked. And truth be told, it's not his fault at all. It's just that just sucked, and that was an expensive lesson to learn, I guess, about the way 1979 tops works. But you'll love it. It's like the Twilight Zone, Jonathan. So Jonathan, I kind of explained already. I explained already what's going on here, the whats and the whys. Both your desire to not necessarily, promote your own channel without reciprocating in some way, as well as the new content you're starting to put up. Anyway, think of it like a super chat. Is there anyone else here that didn't get a? Well, Michael, I think we're set. I would say, Michael, if there's a number of people, Michael, that didn't get in, I would rather that we just have a chance to do it again. I've already randomized the list. Okay. You can see I randomized this list 5 times. Okay. And I'm going to throw in one more twist to the randomized list. And just to make sure that everyone knows this is completely on, the up and up randomized style. All right. So I'm going to do a quick roll call. Just because I want to make sure that everybody that bought in is, in fact, here. So Michael P is obviously in the room. Paul, I'm sorry, bud. It's sold out remarkably fast. I don't know that I was quite ready for it to have sold out that fast. So Michael P, you're in the room. Okay. Terry, you're here. Michael Lynch, are you here? So Michael P's here. James is here. Terry is here. Dwight, you're here. Oliver, Kevin Tan, Michael Lynch, GP, Barry, Joseph L. Joseph L checked in. If you guys could quickly just comment, do a here. Lewis is here. Kevin Tan's here. Nice emoji, Kevin. It can be whatever Kevin wants it to be. Kevin, you got my support, buddy. You use whatever emojis you want. I got GP. GP's here. Mitch is here. Steve's here. So Oliver, Michael Lynch, Barry, Tomm. I got Dwight. Why do we have to? We don't have to put a label on Kevin. All right. He's already Canadian. He's already got it bad enough. All right. Just leave the poor guy alone. Well, Steve's here. I could just get started. Sure they are, Kevin. All right. Well, hopefully Oliver shows up. He's got 5 packs. Michael Lynch, Barry, and Tomm. Ooh. Gonna get all political in here, Michael. Okay. Well, I'm not going to hold this whole break hostage, waiting for people to show up, because some people might be busy. They might not actually be able to make it, whatever the case may be. So with that being said, I'm going to run through the order real fast. Number 1, Michael P, followed by Terry, Michael Lynch, Lewis, Dwight, James, Dwight, Joseph L, GP, Michael P, Mitch, Michael P, Oliver, Kevin Tan, Dwight, Lewis, Barry, Kevin, Oliver, GP, Barry, James, Dwight, Oliver, Dwight, Michael P, Barry, Tomm, Joseph L, Oliver, Michael P, James, Mitch, GP, Michael P, Oliver, and the last 3 belong to Michael Padgett himself. All right. So, are we ready, gentlemen? Okay, we ready to go? Let's do this. Okay, so first pack. First pack belongs to Michael P. All right, Michael P, let's get us started. Okay, remember there are Hall of Famers and or stars in every single pack. There will be no complete dud commons packs. There are 4 Don Mattingly rookies, 4 Darryl Strawberry rookies. Or are there? Okay, Michael, let's go. Mike Davis, John Henry Johnson, Ron Hodges, Lloyd Mosby, Dan Spillner. You're welcome, Lewis. Larry Blittner or Biltner, Jim Gott, Matt Young. You have not, Michael. It might be even better after tonight. Matt Young, if I didn't already say that. Got Cardinals All-Star George Hendrick, John Wathen. Bingo. First pack out of the gate. Donnie Baseball. And you will notice these cards are incredibly clean. Okay? I want you guys to see this right now. When we get to these types of breaks, and I have the control over the quality of rookie that's going to go in there, trust me, I'm not dumpster diving on eBay for the most off-centered, cheapest possible one I can find. I'm looking for PSA 8, 9, 10 looking packs. Well, cool, Cena. Not to sound like a wiseacre, but I would have obviously had to make them. Otherwise, I couldn't guarantee that there were 4 and 4. Or guarantee that there was a Hall of Famer star in every single pack. We can do it the other way with the boxes, and we can get a bunch of gum-stained cards and no rookies. But why do that if I can stack the deck in your favor for literally the same price? Well, Michael, look no further. Yeah, Lewis, there's certain things that like I'm not gonna keep beating a dead horse. But I do feel like the integrity on my channel is something that I take very dearly. And the quality of things on here is also something that, trust me, man, like, I mean, I'm gonna wind up with an ulcer stressing out about things over here because it matters to me. And there is, I know I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, man, you don't need to take it personally. And it's like, if I didn't take this personally, I would be every other crap channel out there that just takes your guys' money and doesn't care if you get crap. But I'm not going to fill these packs with trash or super off-centered cards just to say that they're in there. This is what they're going to be like. Finish out that pack, Al Cohen's. We got Ted Simmons, Moose Haas, Len Whitehouse, Rafael Landestoy, Charlie Poleo, Carney Lansford, Julio Franco, and Mike Scott. So, Michael, you are on the board. Yeah, who said that? Yeah, Ron. This is the first time, to my knowledge, this is the first time that this style of break has ever really been done. Call it a stacked set break, whatever you want to call it. This one sold out real fast, Ron, and I do apologize for that. But if anything else, it just kind of showed me kind of how much product I would need to have for the next time. And trust me, Ron, I will do this again. So don't worry if you didn't get in. Enjoy the video tonight and be ready for the next one because the next one's coming in just a few weeks. Okay, Terry. Terry, you are up next. Oliver, you made it. If you write the name wrong, it doesn't really matter. Okay, Terry. $89 Griffey. Well, hey, man, there's a chance you might get an $89 Griffey in the pack you're getting in Patreon. I also went ahead and picked up another box of 89 Upper Deck to have on Packs with Friends. Okay, Terry, got Frank Viola, Daryl Brown, Jeremy Remy, Greg Walker, Tim Stoddard, Gary Ward, Tony Phillips, Rick Waits, Scott Sanderson, Ricky Henderson, Joe Morgan, Bert Campaneris, Rod Carew, and Reggie Jackson, Andre Robertson, Eric Rasmussen, Tim Flannery, Denny Martinez, Charlie Huff, and Dave Geisel. Oh, and sorry, Pat Zachary. So, didn't get one of the big guys, but you did get Ricky Henderson, Joe Morgan, Rod Carew, Reggie Jackson, Bert Campaneris. 89 Upper Deck, cool Cena. Terry, thank you, and I'm glad you did get in. Yeah, that is a nice Ricky Henderson. Obviously, I'm seeing these as I was putting him in, and I was like, man, that's a clean Ricky Henderson. Okay, Michael Lynch. Okay, Michael Lynch. Would have been a nice Morgan if he was in his Reds uniform. All right, Michael Lynch. Gorman Thomas. Rick Miller. Dave Tobick. Ed Vandenberg. Mike Jorgensen. Wayne Krenchicki. We got Atlee Hammaker and Rick Honeycutt. We have Carlton Fisk, Richard Dotson. Carlton Fisk. Don Sutton, Jim Palmer, Tommy John. Jeff Reardon. Doyle Alexander, Mike Marshall. Gary Reedus. Sparky Anderson. Charlie Moore. Bobby Ramos. Ben Oglivie. Ben Hayes. For Michael Lynch. Got a couple Carlton Fisk cards, a few of the Hall of Fame pitchers. Well, Ron, I'm glad that you think they're nice. Trust me, this is not something that I just on a whim grabbed random cards. I put a lot of time into this to make sure that the packs were each nice on their own. Obviously, not everyone is going to get one of the big cards tonight, but everyone should at least walk away with some nice old cards that they like. Lewis, you are up next. My daughter just got home and she is very excited about something. Okay, Lewis. Right off the top, we've got Lonnie Smith and John Stupor. Bob Horner. Marty Bystrom. Hey, Jack, how are you doing tonight? Toby Hara. Kevin Hagan. Chris Nyman. Or Neiman. I don't know. Rafael Ramirez. Steve Braun. Pat Corrales. I know, right, Mitch? We got Mookie Wilson and Tom Seaver. Dave Winfield. Tug McGraw. Bruce Sutter. Gene Garber. John Tudor. Tommy Lasorda. George Vukovich. Dick Hauser. Jack Fimple. Gary Maddox. And Buddy Bell, Rick Honeycutt, batting and pitching leaders. For Lewis. Some nice stuff in there, Lewis. I would like to think there were some nice Hall of Famers in there. And guys, trust me, I get it. I know who we're hunting. I know when we don't get that, it's just not quite as fun. I understand. But hopefully you can see that this was all done with the best possible intentions in mind as far as who's in each pack. Okay, Dwight, you are up next. Got Doug Rader on the front. Let's go, Dwight. Okay, we got Doug Rader. Bob Lillis. Dave Bergman. Greg Pryor. Leo Hernandez. Warren Bruster. Bruce Hurst. Daryl Seas. Don Sutton. Dave Winfield. Bert Blyleven. Milt Wilcox. Dwight Evans. Dave Lopes. Dave LaPointe. Damaso Garcia. Bill Russell. Dick Williams. John Martin. For Dwight's first pack. Yeah, Dave Winfield could play a little baseball. He was pretty all right. James. James is up next. I know, I'm sorry about that. Acuna wasn't even a twinkle in his daddy's eye in 1984. James, get your game. It's go time. Oh my goodness, she is pumped up. Okay. Juan Beniquez. Leon Durham, Joe Nolan, Dan Billardello, Johnny Ray, Lamar Hoyt. Hey, Barry K made it in. Awesome. John Shelby, Jim Beatty, Beatty perhaps, Bert Hooten, Billy Allman, Tim Wallach, Rick Honeycutt, Daryl freaking Strawberry. Congratulations to you, sir. Daryl Strawberry. Again, another very nice looking example of an 84 Daryl Strawberry rookie. Congratulations, James. Now, for those of you keeping track at home, we've got 1-1. And again, you can see these are cards that I selected purposefully to be in here. You know, obviously there's a matter of time. You know, I couldn't spend 3 years hunting down, you know, cards, but this was one of the best looking examples that I could find, James. Nicely centered. Yes, Barry, those ones that were like an inch thick of lucite. Okay, James, Rick Cerrone, Terrell Crowley, Bob Baylor, Enos Cabell, Ron Guidry, Jim Slatton. Well, trust me, it makes me happy that you guys are pleased with both of the cards you're getting as well as the quality of the cards. So thank you, James. Okay, we got 1-1. Dwight. I don't want these to start falling. Got a Hall of Famer right on the top. Michael P. did, Barry K. Michael P. Dwight already got a Hall of Famer. Okay. Jerry Royster, Bill Buckner, Charlie Hudson, Dan Ford, Daryl Evans, Rob Wilfung, Mike Flanagan. Oh, Matt Keogh, I saw the Yankees. Larry Christensen. We've got Hall of Famers Dale Murphy and Craig McCurtry. Looks confused. Steve, Captain American Rogers. Wade Boggs. Lonnie Smith. Dickie Thon. Tom Brennan. Tucker Ashford. Kiko Garcia. Steve Balboni. And Ron Oyster and Mario Soto. Give Bill Bucket to Mrs. G. She's going to have her first PC. Yep, that was a pretty sweet Wade Boggs in there. To Mrs. G from Dwight, Bill Bucket. Is it? Oh, that's a shame. You'd think if Topps was rebuying these cards, they would take a little more care. Okay, Joseph L. Joe Lombardo. Okay, Joe. Joe is currently driving home. Hopefully, if he gets something good, he keeps the car in between the white lines. Try that. All right, here we go. So that's the new look with the ladies nowadays, Michael. Caterpillar style. Okay, Rick Leach. Bo Diaz. Craig Lafertz. Lenny Fido. Dave Dravecki. John Denny. The ones Jonathan got were in bad shape in signature series. That's just shame. Like, come on, Topps. John Denny. Pete Ladd. Don Baylor. Daryl freaking Strawberry. Daryl Strawberry for the Mets fan, Joe L. Don't get any better than that. A resident Mets fan winds up with the Strawberry rookie. Now I will say, and Joe, I don't mean to downplay anything, but there were going to be cards that came in the set that I didn't have any control over, and this to me would be kind of pushing the limits of off center. But again, one of them was going to come in a way I couldn't really control, but it's a Daryl Strawberry rookie for our Mets fan. So congratulations, Joe. Gary Templeton. Len Barker. Brian Downing. Amos Otis. Rick Roden. Tom Niedenfuhrer. Tom Gorman. Dave Concepcion. Mike Heath. Scott Ulger. So we've now seen Daryl Strawberry, rookie number 2. Well, thank you, sir. All right, so Joe's pack will just go over there. GP is next. GP. How are you doing tonight, GP? And how are all of you doing for that matter? It's Friday evening. You guys like? Whoa, you guys don't like. 23 people watching and only 8 thumbs up. That hurts my heart. Can actually watch with sound. You must not be at work today then. Man, here I am thinking you guys are having a good time. How do you guys like these Friday kind of special event breaks? They're not going to be terribly long videos. Kind of more of a special, to the point. And then Saturday and Sunday, we go marathon style. All right. GP. Got Dan Quisenberry. Mike Moore. Rusty Staub. Eric Show, Dwayne Murphy, Billy Martin, Ed Lynch. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate that. Bruce Kyson, Bill Dolly, Hendo, Dave Henderson, Lloyd Mosby, Cal Ripken Jr. Let's just take a minute to look at how nice that card looks. That is a clean 1984 Cal Ripken Jr. for GP. I'm going to set that aside and sleeve that up. Bob James, Mark Clear, Dwayne Walker, Jesse Barfield, Andre Thornton, Andy Hawkins, Max Venable, gorgeous Cal Ripken Jr. I know I had brought it up earlier. We have some more people in the room. Does anybody remember the cost of the 1979 break? The infamous 1979 break, that is. Again, no fault of Jabs. He didn't pack the box himself. It sucked. $80. Well, cool, Cena, are you just getting that from me? Because I said that. Okay, Michael P., you are up next. Hey. You got stickers? For Grandma. Oh. My daughter just gave me stickers from Grandma. You want to say hi? Well, they can't see you if you wave. Wave your hand like this. Here. Wave. Say hi.
Hi.
You told Daddy to be careful with the cards?
Be careful with the cards.
Okay. I'll be careful with the cards. Thanks, honey. Wow. Check this out. If one day these turn into tattoos, this is where it all starts. This is where it happens. Starts off with stickers, and before you know it, she's got a record.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 stickers.
6 stickers. That's amazing.
They're for you.
They're for me. Oh, thank you.
See you
Later. They want a joke. What's the difference between a kitty and a frog? Tell them that joke.
Cat and a frog.
Tell them the joke.
A cat has...
No. You got to start over. Tell them the difference.
Cat has 9 lives and a frog croaks every night.
Nice. Awesome joke. If you guys didn't catch that joke, it is what's the difference between a cat and a frog? And a cat has 9 lives and a frog croaks every night. You gotta love it. That's her favorite joke. All right. I think I'm wrong. It was 2,000. 2,000 a box. Yep, that sounds about right. Divide by 36 and then add in some extra for incidentals and obviously not giving it away. You guys can do the math. Michael P. Michael P. obviously had a very large heart. You got Bake McBride. That's a classic name for you. Okay, Michael P. All right, Michael. Bake McBride. Ron Jackson. Randy Bush. Ken Landreau. That's Louisiana talk. You think it was 120? Good grief. Okay, Ken Landreau. Ken Oberkfell. Doug Bird. Tony Scott. Willie Hernandez. Onyx Concepcion. Bill Madlock, Lamar Hoyt, Tony Gwynn. What? Huh? You can't even make this up. The list was randomized. Who would, in their right mind, do this on purpose? Michael P. Michael, you are making up for lost time here. Hey, Polly Junk Wax. Well, rest assured, it's not going to cost anywhere near 120 bucks. Not even close, and definitely not 3 digits. So, Michael, you can tell this is... Give it to Cool Cena. He needs one. Well, Cool Cena, you just got yourself a little piece of baseball history. 1984 Don Mattingly rookie card. And Michael doing the generous thing that only Michael, well, not only Michael, that Michael knew was the only thing to do, gave away the second one. He did just meet him, too. Well, Paulie Junkwax, man, I appreciate that, but I think some credit is due to these other guys in the room. That's really what's helping to make this possible. Harry Spillman, Jeff Leonard and Atlee Hammaker, Jerry Augustine, Ricky Adams, sweet checklist. Tom Pacharek, close enough. Dan Schatzeder. All right, well, Michael, definitely your lucky night, which turns into Cool Cena's lucky night. You still got a pretty sweet Tony Gwynn in there as well. Set this for Cool Cena. Mitch. Mitch is up next. Going to eat. Thank you again. Enjoy dinner. Don't get yourself in trouble. Yeah, you're gonna want to watch the rest later, Terry. Just trust me, something big is coming. Something huge. That's what she said. All right, Mitch. Mike Witt. Rich Gedman. Bob Kearney. Dave Gumpert. Steve McCaddy. Jim Barr. Gary Lucas. 1983 highlight, Ricky Henderson. It's a gorgeous looking card right there, sir. Followed by Dale Murphy. Goose Gossage. Steve Lake. Look at the size of that oven mitt. Steve Yeager. Bobby Castillo. Kevin Hickey. Sweet checklist. Chris Cotaroli. Rudy Law. Juan Beringwar. And Marvel Win. Sorry, Shalani. About the lag, that is. Mitch. Got some nice cards in there. Got a sweet Ricky Henderson. Some other cool Hall of Famers. Hopefully you guys feel like these are good packs, be it with a hit or not. Michael P. Michael P's next pack. And thank you again, Paul. He got some sweet stuff in there. Every pack's got something nice. Okay. Michael P. Chris Bando. Steve Boros. Ken Daly. Captain America. U.L. Washington. Bobby Cox. J. Johnstone. Mario Soto for the Reds fan. Ted Simmons. Nolan freaking Ryan. Willie Akins. Nice. Robert with a well-timed joke. Hey, Tom, welcome. You have not missed any of your packs yet, buddy. Willie Akins. Len Sakata. Ray Knight. Dave Van Olen. George Bjorkman. Jim Sundberg. Sammy Stewart. Bruce Bochy. And finally, Mike Hargrove, Larry Sorensen, batting and pitching leaders for Michael P. Got a nice Soto in there. Michael P. Who's next? Oliver. Oliver. Where's the rose? Give that Nolan to Terry, please. Okay. I will do that. Nolan to Terry, who's eating dinner, which saying that makes me hungry. That was from Michael P. Okay. Oliver. Got Louis Pujols on the front. Maybe Louis. I don't know. You never know what these guys go by. Who was the star Braves player in the mid-'80s? None other than Dale Murphy. Or in Dwight's opinion, all of them. All right, here we go. Oliver. Louis Pujols. John Moses. Tony Armas. Kirk, I hate little kids Gibson. He's a mean person. Willie McGee. Joe Simpson. Let's hope so, Mitch. I think he will. Bill Lasky. Tony Perez. Fernando Valenzuela. American League active career home run leaders. Craig Nettles, Greg Lazinski, and Reggie, Mr. October Jackson. Jeff Lady. Cesar Cedeno. Pascal Perez. Tom Foley. A lot of Reds cards in here. Tom Verzer. Julio Cruz. Jeff Leonard. Danny Heap. Nick Asaski. A lot of red cards in that pack. Thank you. Oliver. Next up, Kevin Tan. No, sir, you have not. Kevin Tan. What about Mattingly? Mattingly's on as well, right? Cecil Cooper. Dennis Lamp. Bob Nepper. Pedro Guerrero. Howard Bailey. Kent Urbeck and Ken Schramm. Yes, I did. Jason, did you not get that picture? Ellis Valentine. The Devers picture. Johnny Walkenfuss. Dan Quisenberry. Don Mattingly. Kevin Tan pulls the Don Mattingly number 3. Congratulations, Mr. Tan. Donnie Baseball, number 3. Congratulations, Kevin. Scored a big one. Don Mattingly. Dwight, 1, 2, correct. You're actually next, Dwight. Michael Lynch, you have gone. You were the 3rd person in. Congratulations, Kevin. Frank Howard. Joel Youngblood. Tom Herr. Alan Bannister. Rick Monday. Champ Summers. John Stuper. Whitey Herzog. Wayne Tolson. Nice, Jonathan. So nice. I didn't see if Jason had replied. Jason, did you ever get that picture? Oh, got it. I just looked up and saw. Kevin, congratulations, man. Now, those of you doing the math, know that you got 3 Mattingleys taken. Michael Lynch, everybody gets something good. Michael, I'm going to show you real quick. Everybody gets something good. Everybody can't get one of those 2 big cards, but here we go. Gorman Thomas, Rick Miller, Dave Tobick, Ed Vandenberg, Mike Jorgensen, Wayne Krenchicki, Atlee Hammaker, Rick Honeycutt. You got Carlton Fisk and Richard Dotson. You got the base, Carlton Fisk. You got Don Sutton, Jim Palmer, and Tommy John. Jeff Reardon. Doyle Alexander. You might not want to do that, Jason. You might not want to do that. Doyle Alexander. Mike Marshall. Gary Reedus. Sparky Anderson. Charlie Moore. Bobby Ramos. Got it. Ben Oglivie. Ben Hayes for Michael Lynch. So I got a couple of Carlton Fisk cards. The Don Sutton And other Hall of Famers is cards. Tommy John, that was the other one that was on that card. That was yours, Michael Lynch. Takes me to Dwight. You're welcome, Michael. No, Dwight, this is you. I was just going over Michael Lynch's pack for him again. Dwight, this is you. Mickey Hatcher. Daryl Sconier. Juan Agosto. Steve Renko. Ron Davis. Ron Say. Luis Salazar. Ron Hassey. A lot of Rons in this pack. Alan Ashby. Lorenzo Gray. Eddie Murray. Andre Dawson. George Brett. Rod Carew. Cecil Cooper. Tony La Russa. Rich Dower. Mike Walters. Ted Simmons. Pat Sheridan. Hall of Famer Bruce Benedict. Got about 3 Hall of Fame cards in there, Dwight. Four if you count Mr. Benedict there. Okay, pack 16 belongs to Lewis. This is true. I didn't consider Hall of Fame managers as part of the Hall of Fame kind of prerequisite. I didn't think that was the kind of Hall of Famers people really collect in terms of cards anyway. So that was a bonus Hall of Famer. Okay, Bob Boone. Bob Gritch. Rod Scurry. Bobby Mitchell. Tippy Martinez. Bob Ojeda. Robin Yount. It's a nice looking card there. Ron Guidry. Steve Carlton. Dave Steeb. Bob Welch. Ricky Nelson. Rick Langford. Cecilio Guante. Shane Raleigh. Jimmy Allen. Bud Black. Claudell Washington. And Benny Ayala. More Hall of Famers getting spread around. So, Lewis, that was your pack. Ron packs and Bob packs. That might be just a sign of the, what would that even be? The 60s? Whenever these people were getting named. Barry. Barry, it is your turn. If I can get the pack open. Oh, smudged it. Give me 1 second. I don't want to get marker on anybody. All right. We're good. Okay, we got Pete Falcone, Mark Bradley, Gary Matthews, Roy Smalley. Not even close. 3 Mattinglys and 1 Strawberry. Paul Householder, Junior Ortiz. 3 Mattinglys. Kevin and 2 went to Michael. Got it. 3 Mattinglys taken. 1 left. Okay, we got Johnny Bench, Gaylord Perry, Carl Yastrzemski, Pete Rose, Steve Carlton, Tom Seaver, and Captain America. I love these 3-card things, Mitch. Mike Easler, Del Crandall, Jamie Quirk, Ed Jurek, Butch Winiger, Jim Wolford, Don Hood, Hall of Famer Glenn Hubbard, Houston Jimenez, and Byron McLaughlin. Barry's. Is that your first pack, Barry? Yes. More to come, obviously, for you. Okay, next up, Kevin. Kevin, you're actually the next 2 packs, Kevin. So I'm just going to take them out now. And then try not to smudge them this time. All right, and Kevin, is this? Yeah, Kevin, these are your last 2, I believe. Kevin's already got a Donnie baseball rookie card. All right, Kevin, pack 1. Mike Morgan. Hey, Blue Jays at least. Kevin Bass. Hal McRae, Larry Gura. Sorry, I was reading Michael's comment. At first, I thought you were talking about one of these cards was off color, but now I get it. Frank Pastor. Warren Cromartie. Tom Brookins. Jay Howell. Jerry Koosman. Andy Van Slyke. Daryl Strawberry. You can tell this is one that I bought. Kevin now has the Daryl Strawberry rookie and the Don Mattingly rookie. Congratulations, Kevin. You got the pair. Hey, Jersey, how are you? Nice job, Kevin. Congratulations, man. Awesome. Dickie Knowles, Lynn Jones, Dave Stapleton, Mark Thurmond, Brad Wellman, Billy Gardner, Paul Splitorf, Al Holland, Ted Power. It's covered in nicotine. I'm sure that smells wonderful. Sorry to hear that, Jason. Okay, Kevin, next pack. Glenn Hoffman, Bill Gullickson, Mike Squires, Marty Castillo, Broderick Perkins, John Curtis. Put that card in timeout, Jason. Paul Molitor, Cal Ripken Jr., Wade Boggs and Bob Ojeda, batting and pitching leader. Vaughn Hayes, Andy Hassler, Larry McWilliams, Bob Clark, Britt Burns, Terry Forster, Wayne Gross, Keith Moreland, Spike Owen, Steve Kemp. Another nice pack for you, Kevin. And Kevin, thus concludes your evening of being on the hot seat. Hope you liked your cards. You got both of the big rookies. Kind of hard to be upset about that, I would hope. And they both looked beautiful. Oliver. Back to back to back. I opened a retired player archives thing and got Steve Sachs auto. Was he any good? He was a solid player. He had a long career. You're welcome, Kevin. And he is a popular name. Well, Jersey, that's awesome. I think this is probably the most kind of classic looking set to me. If Topps wants to keep recreating this design for inserts, they can go right on ahead. I love it. Okay, Oliver. Steve Sachs played for like every team ever. He played for like the Dodgers, might have played for the Yankees. The dude got around. At least if I'm remembering that right. He played for like 100 years. Okay, Oliver. Or did he only play for the two? Yeah, Michael, that's right. The little circle for 83. Other than that, when they start getting into the All-Star card insert, whatever, I get confused as which year is which. Sorry. Oliver, let's go. Bob Stoddard. Carlos Diaz. Al Bumbry. Jody Davis. Barry Bonnell. You couldn't have made that up. Jody Davis followed by Barry. Barry's the only one that'll get that joke. Rick Sweet. Gary Gaetti. Jose Cruz. Nolan. Ryan. 4 teams. That's a lot of teams. Ooh, Jim Rice. Jim Palmer. Joe Necro. Dave Rucker. Lou Whitaker. Larry Gura. Mike Madden. Doug DeCinzis. Bob Watson. Brian Clark. Mitchell Page. For Oliver. Career 281. That's surprising. I wouldn't have thought it was that. That's pretty high. Let's say there's some Hall of Famers that might be approaching that as a career batting average. What's Dale Murphy's career batting average? Okay, Oliver. Next up is GP. Okay, Dane Eorg. Jeff Pocoroba. Willie Wilson. Bob Stanley. Jerry Martin. Frank LaCourte. Manny Sarmiento. Frank White. That should put some things into perspective for Steve Sachs. Speaking of the man, Dale Murphy. That was fortuitous timing. Oh, look at George Brett right behind him. Batted .302 in 83, batted .316 in 1977. Only played 18 games, though, so that doesn't really count. Played 162 games in 82 and 83, batted .302. Batting .272 at this stage of his career. George Brett. There's a Hall of Famer, Dennis Eckersley. That's 3 Hoffers in a row. Dan Dreisen. Mark Hill. Dave Lopes, Bert Campaneris, Omar Moreno. Stolen base leaders. Till Ricky Henderson gets going. Terry Harper. Rick Manning. Milt May. Bill Schroeder. Joe Altabelli. Thank you, GP. Nice pack. Although the goal would be that we could say that about every single pack tonight. Mr. Barry K. How come no one has gotten a checklist? You'll see. He's got too much pine tar in his hands. All right, here we go. Barry. Well, Barry, we got a cubby on the back. Mike Prawley or Proyley. Got a George Brett auto. That's pretty sweet. Never seen a George Brett auto. Now the joke makes sense. Okay, Ron Oyster. Harvey Kuhn, Clan, Bob Forsch, John Butcher, Jose Akendo, Dick Tidrow. Did the Cubs even have a team in 84? Ouch. Well, they did have Ricky Henderson and Tim Conroy batting and pitching leaders in 84 for Barry. Lou Whitaker, Tom Seaver, Dave Schmidt, Dale Murray, Vance Law, Ron Washington. Seaver is nice. Willie Upshaw, Cubbies Bill Campbell, Jim Essien, Greg Lazinski, Mike Armstrong, Cubby Mike Prawley. Where are we at? We got Ricky Henderson, Lou Whitaker All-Star, and a pretty nice looking Tom Seaver. Thank you, Barry. Okay, James. Let's go, Mr. Palmer. Dwayne Kuiper. Good thing for rumble strips. Uh-oh. Rick Peters. There's a sweet checklist. Ken Schramm. Alfredo Griffin. Jim Gantner from the Brew Crew. Donnie Moore. Glenn Brummer. Frank Robinson. Jesse Orozco, All-Star. Tim Raines. Daryl Thomas. We got Bill Madlock and Rick Roden. All right, cool. Cena, take it easy, buddy. Have a good night. Buddy Bell. Terry Francona. Joe Beckwith. Joaquin Andahar. Dick Ruthven, maybe. Ray Fontenot. My man's face looks all kinds of swollen up down here in this picture. Thank you, James. Dwight. Okay, Dwight. Hall of Famer, Craig McMurtry. Neil Allen. Mark Bruhard. Alan Nicely. Brett Butler, Hall of Famer. Bruce Berigny, close enough, I'm sure. Greg Minton. Steve Trout. Look at that hair. My man was doing it back then. Nolan Ryan. Steve Carlton. Gaylord Perry. /83 highlight. It's part of the set. Can't really, didn't want to take them out. Eddie Murray. Steve Bedrock Bedrosian, Hall of Famer. Bob McClure. Mike Stanton. Give that to Jonathan. Which one? Which card, Dwight? The hair card? This one? Done. Mike Stanton. Dave Stegman. Chili Davis. Terry Kennedy. Leon Roberts. Rick Burleson. Dale Berra. Thank you, Dwight. I would be kind of interested to see like which cards made the cut when you have like a super collection like that. Okay. Oliver. Gore Bell from pack number. Oh. Lewis, I would love to try to do that. I'd have to go back and then try to find those cards, though. It might take me a second. Okay. Oliver. Just thinking of sorting back through them. Okay, Oliver. Keith Atherton. No, you're good, Lewis. I was looking around as I was reading, so. Alejandro Pena. Mike Torres. Jeff Newman. Bobby Meacham. John Matlack. Ozzie Smith. We'll see him again. Steve Carlton. Ryan Sandberg. Sorry, Ryan Sandberg. Jose De Leon. Alan Wiggins. Johnny LeMaster. Mike Norris. Dave Razema. Louis Leal. Odell Jones. Dave Kingman. Cesar Geronimo. Rich Hebner for Oliver. Pretty much everybody calls him Ryan. It's one of those verbal pet peeve things, like nuclear. Lewis, just making sure that's the Ron Guidry we're talking about. Or the Don Russ thing. Is this the Buddy Bell card you were referring to? You are very welcome. Buddy Bell goes to Michael P. Is that correct? Sorry, the comment has moved on. And Guidry goes to Cool Cena. All done. Easy peasy. Okay, Oliver, that was you. Dwight. All right, Dwight. Steve Nicosia. Atlee Hammaker. Randy Johnson. Omar Moreno. Alex Trevino. Pedro Guerrero and Bob Welch. Last one, make it good. I'll try. Mojo this pack up for you. Lou Whitaker and Jack Morris. Hall of Famer Phil Niekro on a Hall of Fame team. Don Robinson. Dave Collins. Brian Smith. Ozzie Virgil. Bill Verdon. Todd Cruz. Jesse Orozco. Jim Bibby. Ray Burris. Steve Howe. Doug Bear. Well, you did get a Braves Hall of Famer. Jack Morris. Knuckle your ball. Thank you, Dwight. Man, if I remember that all the Braves players were already Hall of Famers, I could have made 80 more packs. Okay, Michael P. You are very welcome, sir. Thank you. Don't go away, though. You're going to want to watch the rest of this. Okay, Michael P. Mark Davis. Tim Foley. Mike Sosha. Jorge Orta. George Orta. Cliff Johnson. Got John Denny and Lamar Hoyt. We got Wade Boggs. Rod Carew and Jeff Zahn. Jim Rice. Ted Simmons. Reggie Jackson. Greg Nettles, sorry. Gene Richards. Brian Giles. Mike Kruko. Tom Tellman. Louis Sanchez. Doug Flynn. Andy McGaffigan. Mike Boddicker. Tom Bernansky. And Al Oliver and Charlie Lee. Nice Jim Rice in there. All these names relate to some bigger plans that I have for you guys. I'm not telling. Mr. Barry K. Guys, I got my YouTube kind of year in review thing, and I am up over 3,000 watch hours, which means we'll be at 4,000 soon. Then it's all about the subs. So I was pretty stoked to see how close I was to the watch hour thing. Joey McLaughlin. Charlie Lee. George Hendrick. Mario Ramirez. Mike Smithson. You're so close, though. Daryl Porter. Billy Sample. John Castino. Keith Hernandez. Lou Pinella. O. Barry. Donnie Baseball. Number 4 goes to Barry K. I've heard a lot of people buying subs, but find out when you get YouTube does not audit, they won't get mon. Oh, are you serious? Is that a thing? Barry K. Donnie Baseball, number 4. Congratulations, Barry. Barry snaked the last Donnie Baseball out of the box. And yes, it's true, says Jason. Wow. Barry, congratulations, man. Admittedly didn't have the best luck on the break the other night, but just redeemed it with a nice Donnie Baseball rookie card. Congratulations, Barry. Finish this pack up real quick. Al Oliver, Tug McGraw, John McNamara, Frank Tanana, Len Matuzik, Bill Claudel, Chris Chambly, Manny Castillo, That means there are still 3 strawberries. That is correct. Barry got Mattingly number 4. 3 strawberries to go. Barry, congratulations. Big card. A lot of fun. Is that your last pack, too? That was your last pack. Tomm. Okay, Tomm. It's always more fun to get it like this, like from a pack. There's no denying that. Kevin, one of the strawberries wasn't from the 4. No. 4. There's 4 total, Kevin, not 5. So 4 total. I just want to make sure that's cleared up. But I don't want people getting the wrong idea. 4 total. Yeah, Kevin got 1 and Joe got 1. Yeah, Joe got 1, which is great because Joe is the Mets fan. So there's 2 strawberries left. Okay, here we go. Tomm. LJ cards. Right now, it's just to Patreon. Yep. If I said 3 left, that was my bad. There's 2 left. 0 Mattingly's left. Okay, Tomm. Floyd Rayford. Kent Herbeck. Hal McRae. Dave Hostetler. Don Slott. Sid Mong. Something close to that, I'm sure. Sorry. Al Holland and Dan Goofball Quisenberry. What a nerd. Jack Morris. Nice looking George Brett. Burt Blyleven. Don Sutton. Jerry Kuzman. Rick Camp. Chris Spire. Dave Righetti. Greg Bargar. Scott McGregor. Phil Garner. Tom Bergmeyer. Tim Conroy. And Joe Pettini. And Brett goes to Mitch. If I have this correct, that was the deal I think you guys had, right? And if I remember even more correctly, it was if you find a nicely centered, and I would think that qualifies. That's right, Jersey. None of the crap. Okay. That's Tomm. And this goes to Mitch. Mitch. Tomm, thanks for keeping up your end of that bargain you guys had. Who was the Willie Stargell fan? Mark K, GP. Got it. Okay, so Tomm is out. Joseph L is back for another attempt. Joseph L. Okay, Joe, let's do this. Yes, Jason, that is odd. I think we can all agree in baseball card world, there's always going to be things people like, people don't like. You can't win them all. But if you don't like the thing, why don't give it to other people? It's like a punishment. Okay. Kurt Bavacqua. Roy Lee Jackson. Lee Tunnel. Orlando Mercado. Lee Mazzilli. Bert Campaneris. Lee Smith. Alan Trammell. Raleigh Fingers, Jim Palmer, Ron Guidry. Rusty Kuntz. I just can't do it. I can't even look at that guy's name. Oh, Rusty. Poor soul. Okay, Art Howe. Pat Putnam. Jim Dwyer. Bobby Brown. Doug Guazwa, like Eddie Milner. Brian Little. Bob Jones. Dave Beard. For Joe, already got a strawberry rookie this evening. Speaking of which, we're looking for two more. You guys got to give up the Candy Crush. It's going to ruin your life. Okay, next up, Oliver. Okay, Oliver. Alan Ramirez. Mike Warren. Terry Poole. Gary Hancock. Juan Eichelberger. Storm Davis. Ned Yost. Keith Moreland. Fergie Jenkins. Yet. Well timed yet. Goose Gossage, Raleigh Fingers, and Dan Nerdface Quisenberry. Just look at that goofball. He seems like your happy neighbor. Doug Sisk, Fred Lynn. That's a whole nother channel. Gary Matthews and John Denny. Got that right, LJ cards. Mike Brown, Tom Candiotti, Ken Telcuve, Sweetest Shades in the Biz. Denny Walling, Louis Aponte, Chuck Porter, Oscar Gamble, Ned Flanders, Oakley Dokley. Thank you, Oliver. Okay. Michael P. Followed by Michael P. Okay, Michael. Bob Gibson. Pat Putnam. Matt Young. Ralph Hauk. Jim Acker. John Rabb. Rich Gale. Tim Raines. Cal Ripkin Jr. and Mike Boddicker. Does that help? Bruce Sutter. Looking like a wild mountain man. Rennie Martin. Dan Moragiello. Rick Lysander. Tom O'Malley. Is that the name of the alley cat from Aristocats? Doug Frobel. Larry Boa. Luis De Leon. Sixto Lozano. Dave Parker. Brad Havens. Got that Dave Parker in there. Okay, Michael P. Next pack. All right, here we go. Greg Brock. Jose Cruz. George Frazier. Aurelio Lopez. Bob Picolio. Larry Sorensen. Scott Holman. Reed Nichols. Johnny Ray. Tommy John. Don Mattingly Jr. What just happened? That's right, folks. I snuck one in there. I put 5 Don Mattingleys in there. 5. I put in an extra one because you guys were so awesome to each other and made room that I thought, I'm going to put something extra in there for these gentlemen. I put a 5th one in there. That's how we roll around here, gentlemen. 5 Don Mattingleys tonight. 5 of them. Count it. Count it. Michael got 3 Don Mattingly's tonight. Childhood dream fulfilled. Jerry Dubinsky, Gene Tennis, Rudy May, Ron Kittle, Randy Moffat, Ken Griffey, Jim Frey, Glenn Wilson. 5 of them. And here's something else for you to consider. Okay. And I want to say this, and, whether you think this is, tooting my own horn or not, I don't care. I'm going to say this right now, and this is a call out to some other folks. I put the 5th card in there after it had already been sold. You didn't even know about it. I just did that because I appreciate you guys. You don't even know what's coming. Let me just go ahead and drop that for you. You don't even know what's coming. Poop is going to leave your body tonight. That's my goal. You're not even ready, gentlemen. You're just not even ready for how we do things around here. You don't even know. James, you don't even know. James, you got next 2 packs in a row. That's uncalled for. That is uncalled. Although I do, when we're talking about kids at school and they do something wrong, that's kind of fun. Not so tough now, are you? All right. No. Kirk Gibson is a horrible human. I can't believe they even let him grace a ballpark. It's unbelievable. All right, James. Domingo Ramos. Mel Hall. George Foster. Chuck Rainey. One sweet checklist. Willie Randolph. Paul Owens. Jose Morales. The Wizard, Ozzie Smith. Fergie Jenkins. Cesar Cedeno, Joe Morgan. Larry Boa. John Lowenstein. Marty Barrett. Lance Parrish. Jeff Zahn. Donnie Hill. Ben Stein. Garth Yorg. Mike O'Berry. It's Paul Owens' rookie card. That man is like the crypt keeper. One more, James. No, he stubbed his toe. Happens to the best of us. He got his foot trapped in a George Foreman grill. All right, here we go. James. Jersey, welcome aboard. Just going to take your word for it. We're on the honor system around here. Jersey gives a wrench. Dunzo. Here we go. James Ken Singleton. Mike Lacrosse. Russ Nixon. Larry Herndon. Bob Brenly. Dave Smith. Gary Woods. Brian Harper. Nice use of the @ symbol tonight, gentlemen. Mike Schmidt. Raleigh Fingers. Fergie Jenkins. Steve Carlton. Tom Seaver. Mike Caldwell. Bob Shirley. Mike Richard. Mike Ramsey. Steve Lebrodich. Close enough. Richard Dotson. Dusty Baker player card. Al Williams. Thank you for tonight, James. You are off the hot seat. Mitch. GP. Michael P. Oliver. Michael P. Mitch. Wasn't that the Baker rediscover? No. Nope. These are all different. I don't give away my presents you guys send me. I got a real thing with that. Okay, Mitch. Mitch Ernie Witt. Dave Stewart. No, you can't, James. No, you can't. You don't want to tune out, buddy. Jim Anderson. Kevin Gross. Danny Darwin. David Green. Sweet checklist. Gary Lavelle. 83 stolen base leaders. Tim Raines, Ricky Henderson, dual Hall of Famers. '83 strikeout leaders. Steve Carlton, Jack Morris, once again, dual Hall of Famers. Mike Schmidt. This pack is loaded. Lloyd Mosby, Dave Steeb, batting and pitching leader. Tom Underwood. He called me the other day and promised. Love it. Gene Garber. Carmelo Martinez. John Montefusco. Tony Benazard. Roy Thomas. Jamie Nelson. I'm digging this old school Mariners uniform. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, Mitch, thank you very much, sir. And thank you for your kindness. Making room did not go unnoticed. Okay, GP. Well, it is a great group of guys. You can't go wrong. Okay, GP, here you go. Pete, Vukovic. Jeff Burrows. Bucky Dent. Dave Anderson. Tim Laudner. Eddie Whitson. Ed Romero. 1983 runs batted in leaders Dale Murphy, Cecil Cooper, and Jim Rice. Harold Baines. Pete Rose, Bill Madlock, Dave Parker. And Pirates were getting it that year. Tom Hume. Joe Price. Mike Brown. Mookie Wilson. Jack O'Connor. Rance Mulliniks. Johnny Grubb. Manny Trio. Marshall Edwards. GP, thank you very much, sir. Michael P. Okay, here we go. Bobby Johnson. Roy Howell. Tim Lawler. Jeff Jones. Aurelio Rodriguez. Craig Swan. Ron Reed. Buck Martinez. Juan Bonilla. Mickey Rivers. Jason Thompson. John Candelaria. Dennis Leonard. Scott Fletcher. George Bell. Dan Petrie. Mike Schmidt. Jim Rice. Home run leaders. Gary Carter. Career hit leader Pete Rose. Rusty Staub. Tony Perez. Another beautiful pack for Michael P. Michael P went big tonight, and it is paying off. Okay, Oliver. You better hurry back. We only got 3 packs left. Okay, ready? Oliver. We got Bill Kruger. Larry Parrish. Elias Sosa. Glenn Abbott. Pat Tabler. Don Money. Terry Kennedy. Dave Dravecki. Ivan de Jesus de Jesus. Joe Lefevre. 83 batting leaders Bill Madlock and Wade Boggs. Gary Carter, All-Star. Tony Perez, Mike Schmidt, Dave Kingman. Dan Meyer. George Wright. Tony Pena. Dave Engel. Jeff Russell. Mike Hargrove. Jim Morrison. Oliver, thank you. Michael P. Michael P., you are up. Okay, boys, let's do this. Our last run. Jerry Hairston, not the last pack, but Jerry Roos, Russ, Joe Torrey, Bob Dernier, Vern Rule, Bill Schurer, Jamie Easterly, Floyd Bannister, Dan Quisenberry, Mr. October himself, Reggie Jackson, Andre Dawson, the Hawk, Nolan Ryan, Steve Carlton, Tom Seaver, Steve Sachs, Mike Fishlin, Sweet Checklist, Lee Lacey, Moose Haas, Ken Forsch, Jerry Mumfree. Okay, Michael, another pack. Okay. Pete O'Brien. Porfirio Altamarino, whatever. Richie Zisk. Chuck Tanner. Bill Duran. Candy Maldonado. Joe L., how are you? You came here just in time. We're almost done. The big grand finale is coming. Rick Sutcliffe. Steve Garvey. Daryl Strawberry, rookie card. Daryl Strawberry, rookie card. Michael got both the Mattingly and the Strawberry. There it is, gentlemen. There it is. Congratulations, Michael. Definitely a huge, huge night for you, sir. And she's a clean one. Yeah, probably. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Got Greg Gross, Jim Clancy, Thad Bosley. Just hold on to that comment there, Michael. We got Don Baylor and Ron Guidry. Don Baylor, Ron Guidry. Kelly Paris. Craig Reynolds. Gary Allenson. Pete Filson. Walt Terrell. Fred Brining. Don Mattingly autograph. Boom, gentlemen. Boom. Soak it in, boys. I told you I had a surprise for you. I'm not playing around here, guys. When I told you I had a surprise, I meant it. Donnie Baseball autograph, number 22 out of 49. Congratulations. It is numbered out of 49. I know, Tom. What a letdown this channel is. Well, congratulations, Michael. Not too bad of a pack. That's all I have next to me. What are you guys crapping all over this for? Let the man have his moment. Our last pack, Steve Henderson, Butt Anderson, Rupert Jones, Gary Roenick, Hubie Brooks, Larry Milburn, Dave Righetti, Bob Forsch, Mike Warren, Steve Carlton, Rod Carew, Rusty Staub, Tony Perez, and Al Oliver, Chet Lemon, Jack Clark, Ron Roenick, Jim Moeller, Rick Dempsey, Mike Vale. You don't even care at this point because you just got a Don Mattingly autograph. Dunzo. I know, Tom. I'm not that sensitive. Well, Michael, congratulations. Goes without saying, you are definitely the big winner tonight. And again, I put that in there. I put this in there after you guys had already bought it, not thinking it was in there. And I did that, and I put the extra one in there because I was just so happy to see you guys so willing to give up your spots and just the way you guys treat each other. My way of showing my appreciation for you guys, really. That is correct, Jason. Family. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. All right. Thanks, Gore. Ending was fun to see. I'll have to watch this from the beginning. You missed 5 Don Mattingleys, even though I told you there was only 4. Barry had the time of his life. I do appreciate that. Michael's hugging the crap out of me. Lewis, this break was the ish. I'm glad. Jonathan, thank you again for your generosity, for, helping make stuff like this possible. Now here we go. To my knowledge, now you might be able to dig up some YouTube video from, 7 years ago that's got 5 views that, who knows? To my knowledge, this has never been done. And this is what I would like to do when it comes to vintage breaks. Do you guys want me to put more of these together? Because the next one that I have in mind is a huge one. And there are going to be, hint, hint, big, big surprises. Okay? Check the hints. Big surprises. Now, I also guarantee you this. I will guarantee you it will be less than half of the price of the one we all know about that went horribly. Okay? Less than half. I think we all know that 1979 Topps is not cheap, but it's not going to be anywhere near that other one. And I'm offering guarantees. Guarantees. You guys know the rookie in 1979. You picking up what I'm putting down here? I'm offering guarantees. Or we could do it the other way, and I drop $2,000 on a box, break it up by 36. It'd roughly be, $70 a pack. We could do it that way, or we can do it the Gore Made way. I think I already know your answer. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. I opened up the optic break in levels. Starting at the heavyweight level, I gave them about an hour. Then I moved down, gave them about the same time, moved down and moved down. That's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to tell you, first off, I'm going to tell you what exactly is going to be in the break. There's no guessing, okay? So this was a complete surprise. This was added after the price had already been established and everything, and then I just threw it in there. So you're going to know ahead of time exactly what you have a chance for in the break. I'll show it to you. No guesswork, okay? It's probably not going to be next week. I've got another fun idea for next week. It will be the following week. I don't know if we run into Christmas. If it does, I'm obviously not going to blow up my whole, marriage and family by taking Christmas to do a video, but it's not going to be next week is the point. It's going to be either the following week or after that. I'm going to release it slowly. You guys are going to know what's in there, and just believe me when I tell you, less than half of the price. As a matter of fact, even less than half. Okay. I think you'll like it. I think it'll be exciting. And this went well. So you got more of this to look forward to. All right, everyone. Thank you for tonight. I think it goes without saying that we had a good time. I think even the packs that didn't have the big rookies still had great cards in there. And obviously, I go out of my way to make sure that if I'm putting them in there, I'm going to find the best conditioned ones that I possibly can for you. Which day do you post the break? Paul, it's going to be in a couple weeks. Trust me, I'll talk about it first. I'll probably even make a pre-break announcement that the break is coming. I'm not just going to spring it on you. I don't want to trick people or anything like that. And then, Paul, I did order a third box of Bowman. You had said you wanted to do essentially a whole box is 12 packs. So we got that coming. Look for posts. Packs with Friends tomorrow night is on, Tomm. It is coming. I just got a shipment while we were on, and I got 2 more earlier in the day. So I've got different stuff and new stuff. The list as it exists now, guys, the list as it exists now is still in effect. I mean, Black Friday is not a thing anymore, but you can still start kind of looking at what you want. And if you want, no, Paul, you're good. I don't like taking people's money until I have the product in my hand in case it gets delayed and you wanted to go buy somewhere else. I don't want to tie up your money. Not my style. Okay. So guys, it's gonna be a busy few days. Packs with Friends tomorrow. And Shalani, good question. So on Sunday, we've got a big day of auctions and an even bigger morning. You guys blow me away with the generosity. I've got several guys. I don't know if, I know Shalani, you got stuff. Shane, I think you had sent something. Barry, you've got stuff, and I'm probably even forgetting something. You guys sent in gifts for other patrons. So cards and coffee on Sunday morning, along with the auction previews. I'm going to be, basically it's mail, but it's mail for you. It's not just mail for me. All right. So you guys want to watch on Sunday morning, you might see your name pop up with some cool stuff put together with thoughtfulness and care and gratitude from your fellow community members. So make sure you're watching. It's going to be a great Sunday. It's going to be a long Sunday, but it's going to be a great Sunday. Lots of cool stuff. All right, everyone. I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you all tomorrow. Don't expect the Packs with Friends list tonight. So, go to bed, go eat dinner, go do what you got to do. Don't worry about being by the computer, but you should expect it tomorrow, and then claim your spots in order. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Michael, huge congratulations tonight, man. You deserved it. I'm glad to see you got a childhood card and a little something extra from me. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great night. And remember, commons are people too. Good night.